Oh, we just lost our diocese bishop, so our piety's going to be hurting a bit for a while. That sucks. But our oh no, he's not. I thought I had a person that was coming up that had the ecclesiastical education. This is going to maybe be a problem. Probably not. Okay. My dog has reached adulthood. Hopefully he gets a good stat gain, good education trait. Now keep in mind when they get an education trait, when looking at it, they lose this, so they get a -1 to all their stats base-wise. And then they get the stat on top of that. So if he doesn't get any diplomacy bonus from his stat, his diplomacy is going to be 6, which is not good. I believe they get a penalty to vassals from having a diplomacy below, I think, 7. Maybe 8. I don't know. So, we kind of want him to get a good, at least a level 3 education. And if he doesn't get a level 3 education, then he's probably still going to be better than our other heirs. Except in the diplomacy department. If he gets a level 4, that'll be awesome. He probably won't, but, you know, we can hope. What we're going to do is kind of find him a good bride, hopefully a Breton bride, and failing that, we'll get something close to that, French, Gaelic, something like that, or somebody with just really good stats, a good steward or good intrigue person. So I'll come back when I've done that. Alright, this is who we found. She's not, you know, super great, but she's a Breton, and she's alright. She's got a lot of siblings, though, so, I mean, her line is good and fertile. Not all of them are dead. Gaining loyalty, so that's great. It says that she's got a bonus from family ties. I think that's probably just because she's our daughter-in-law. She doesn't like our traits because she's vengeful and zealous, I think. Or maybe it's energetic. No, it's vengeful that she doesn't like because we're merciful, which is the opposite, I think. Or maybe cruel is the opposite of merciful. I don't know. She just doesn't like us. Oh, maybe it's wise. Wise gives a -0.5. But now we've got a stable girl at least. She doesn't even have her education traits yet, so she could potentially get up to a I believe plus 15 intrigue, 14 diplomacy, or is it 12? I don't know. She could be pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna go back to doing what we were doing. Looks like everybody's wanting to kill their dad. This is basically the 3rd heir in a row that we've had that's gotten this event, basically because we're so messed up. I don't want him to have Kinslayer. Pragmatic's pretty good, but his piety going down and getting Kinslayer is just really bad. So we're gonna give him Merciful, which lowers his martial, and +2 yearly piety. So it's a good trade. That's a good enough trait. So we're just gonna keep building ports and stuff and roads and all that sort of thing to keep trying to convert our provinces. Alright, here we've got the level 3 stewardship education, Silver Tongue, which is a +4 stewardship, +1 intrigue, +2 diplomacy. Pretty solid. It's not the level 4 that his brother has, but he's still I think, overall better for what we want because he's got a higher martial, and he's got a higher intrigue and a higher stewardship. I don't think we're going to have that many vassals once these guys come into power. and I'm saving all these titles that you see popping up for them, just so they get a big bonus to their prestige to help out with things. Now, since he's pretty solidly in the running for the crown, I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm just gonna make his brother like the Duke of something. So both of his brothers, in any case, Duke of something, and just keep them healthy and stuff, and just keep trying to do what we're going to do. As soon as he dies, I'm going to start spending my prestige pretty much now, because it lowers his reputation to grab provinces, but it's the kind of thing we want to do because all this prestige will go away when he dies, and we need to use it for something. And this is what we do. We click on the Shields province, bring up the context menu, and then we go to grab title. And we basically spend prestige to get this title. This costs 196. We click on it, it says add claim to the King of Brittany. Okay. We lose the prestige, the diplomatic report, so he knows we grabbed his title. And then we lose a like 0.4 reputation hit. And as you can see, he's starting to give away his provinces to his sons, because the more sons you have that don't have land, you get a reputation or a prestige hit for that. So yeah, that's we don't really care about that because we got 3 crowns and we're still gaining +8. And we got 2 dukes for vassals. We won't have to worry about this after he dies, because the sons don't really have any adult kids, at least yet. We still don't have a bishop, but now we have a claim on this. I'm going to let the reputation go down, so that'll take about probably 8 months, see if he dies. I don't want our reputation to go above 2, like I said before, so I might just wait for 6 and then grab this one. To do it with Venice, we're pretty much going to have to start grabbing and taking, and grabbing and taking, and grabbing and taking. Oh, looks like the Templar Order is it's going to be kicked out pretty soon. Because they're Christian, essentially. So that's the kind of thing we're going to have to do, and it's going to take a long time, because I don't want to build up too much negative reputation all at once. And I hope the Turks don't take the provinces, because I don't want to fight the Turks right now. The Turks are nasty, and it would take a long time to beat them, assuming that I don't just take a lot of their stuff, which is pretty much impossible to do without like 100,000 guys. So back to doing that stuff that I do. Well, I've never seen this before. Our steward has made too many arbitrary decisions. You have to sort out the issue, but it will inevitably upset some of your people. We could say, favor the town. Hopefully the presence won't revolt. We have less of a chance for revolt in a province that, it's pretty bad. Or we could say, no to the contrary. Hopefully the city won't revolt. And pretty much this is just choosing whether we lose loyalty with one or the other. I'm going to pick this one because, wait, do they have a court of justice here? Yeah, I just built it, so we're going to pick this one. And then we get our revolt. Not too bad. That means if we get one of the violent cool. If we get one of those violent conversion things, it won't be affected so much. So okay, the Emirate of Fes has declared war, which is all the way over here. I'm gonna see if they'll give us some money. It looks like they only control one province. No, they have a vassal, which is Castellon. So this is a really good province, and the leader's pretty great. can tell because of the amount of income that they're getting. Or not. Why is their income so high? Oh, because of his advisors. Okay, any case, we're just going to try to pay him off and see if they accept stuff. We don't want to have a repeat of last time where they came in and sacked our place. Alright, looks like what we've been waiting for has happened. The king of Brittany has died, and his son has taken his place. As you can see here, he has gained the trait Beatified, which is the first thing on the road to sainthood. So the game does have a sense of humor in that case. Now we've got Makog here, who's a much better leader. I see great things in his future, and yeah, let's just kind of celebrate while we're ahead. And he's only got a daughter at this point, but there's plenty of time. Look at that stewardship, great. So yeah, anyway, we're still at war with them. I've just sent them an offer, and we'll see what happens. Alright, it took about 100 gold. No big deal. Well, it looks like we're going to be destined for greatness or something, because our stability just went up. Yay. Let's check the loyalty of these guys. Erwan is gaining loyalty. Great. And this guy is also gaining loyalty. Rock on. Okay, now one of the things we're going to wait for is 100 gold to create our title. And hopefully nobody declares war on us, so we have to give that to them. So back when that happens. As you can see, we're making significantly more money than before, so this is going to go a lot faster to do stuff like this. A lot faster. And our prestige is going up much more quickly because we're not losing any for a penalty. And we've cut down on the amount of vassals we had last time by just having 2 dukes. Yeah, this is going well. Alright, easy peasy, 2 months, with some left over to spare. I'm going to create the Duke of Alexandria, because that's the provinces we like the most. So we're now the Duke of Alexandria, 100 prestige, good to go. And the only one we have to worry about is Erwan now. Hopefully the Pope gives us a new bishop soon, and just keep trucking along. Creating the Duke of Damietta. We don't have the Duke of Cairo yet, because the Venice has that, I think. We're going to have to actually take it from them, because they have easily enough provinces to have created the Duke title. So, yeah. Onward go. And now, we are the Duke of Aswan. Yay. This isn't good. During a hunt, you have suddenly fainted and collapsed to the ground. The courtiers worry what to do. I will immediately take a period of rest and get wise. And bad stuff. Or I could say it's just a heat spell. Lose one health. Gain prestige and get reckless. Reckless isn't too bad. Reduces our martial a bit. Raises our intrigue a bit. It's a negative trait, but it's not one of the bad ones because it gives you a bonus to prestige. -1 health is a bit worrying, but we had a pretty healthy line apparently because of all the hits to health that old Alan had. So I'm not overly concerned about 1 health, but I am going to keep my eye on that. It does mean that he will die sooner. Just the question is how much sooner.